Y'all good? Yeah. On both or whoops. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? Welcome to the second edition of the Silver and Bro Show. And in a little while, my brother should be coming on any minute. Hopefully everything works out good this time with no technical difficulties. Oh boy. We might have one little argument over there, but that's all right. We made it. We made it to week one. It was amazing, and I'm glad everything worked out for the best. Nothing wrong here. And as far as the Raiders, they got that victory. So nothing to it, man. It was a great game overall. Just still waiting on my bro here. Everything worked out. So as always, my name is Juan Rodriguez. My brother is Julian Garcia. He will be on a little bit. We're going to recap the Panthers game that happened on Sunday. And then after we're done recapping that, we're going to go to look ahead for the Monday night game against the New Orleans Saints. And hopefully everything works out well there. And, it was a good game and it was a good week. Still waiting. I don't know if something's wrong with his end. 2020 is just a weird year. So overall, I'm going to get something to it. If anybody wants to drop a question, that'll be good too. We always like feedback and everything. So let's just get the show on the road while we're still waiting on my brother. So on Sunday, the Raiders took on the Panthers. The Raiders ended up winning 34-30. It was a slugfest. It was back to back. It was so many lead changes, so much action going on. And both running backs on both ends, from Josh Jacobs and Christian McCaffrey, put on a show. And it was just a good game overall. And I would like him on. I don't know what's going on with his end. That's kind of weird, but we'll get him on right now. Overall, it was a good game overall. What I liked about it was not a lot of penalties. Usually the first game, we thought it was going to be a slow start. It was going to be kind of a flagapalooza everywhere, but not a lot of penalties, which is always good. You want to keep the football game going, and just a lot of action from everybody. Josh Jacobs ended up with 3 rushing touchdowns when it was all said and done. Derek Carr had a very nice game. The offensive line had a good game, and it was good to have Jonathan Abram back, and everything worked out for the best. I was very surprised with how the team performed, how they just hello. And hopefully they keep it rolling heading up until Monday night. So I am so sorry, guys. Coco, you all right? But overall, I'm sorry, guys. Is he okay over there? Is he is he is he joining today, or what's going on his end? No, nothing. All right. Well, I mean, for now it'll just be me, I guess. So we'll try to get him on in a little bit. But overall, from the game, what I did like I did mention, not a lot of penalties. Everything worked out fine. Everything was good. There was a little bit of trouble in the beginning. The offense did go 3 and out to open up the season. Trent Brown went down in 3 plays, and then Sam Young, who re-signed with the team after getting cut, he came back, and it was all good from there. But then after, I think, 15 plays, he went down, and then Denzel Good had to be the swing man because he's mostly a guard, but he had to play right tackle yesterday. And overall, the offensive line performed very well. I have to give props to Tom Cable. He really had his unit ready to go. His unit overall, offensive line wise, Colton Miller had a great game. Well, everybody, Colton, Gabe Jackson, Incognito, Hudson, just everybody, even Denzel Good. I mean, I don't know how many reps he got at right tackle during training camp, but I mean, he looked, as good as you can get. So, I mean, overall, he did good. And is that him now? Hey, bro, when I say 7, I mean 7.
Sorry, man. It was tough to get on today.
You got to get that Wi-Fi check, my man. But how you doing, man? Everything good?
I tried to do it like last time, and it wouldn't allow me. But I'm ready, man. I'm high. Raiders won. Easy, dude. This is going to be an easy one. Let's get to it.
All right. So I just got done mentioning, while we were trying to get you on, that it was all, from the get-go, it didn't look good. The offense went 3-and-out. Trent Brown went down after 3 plays, and, he didn't come back the rest of the game. Then they put in Sam Young, and he went down after 15 plays. And then Denzel Good, I don't know how many reps he got at right tackle during training camp, but everybody on the offensive line, I mean, they really did their thing from protecting Carr and opening those holes for Josh Jacobs, who was the star of the game offensively, in my opinion.
For sure, man. 3 touchdowns, we can't say nothing bad about that. And then obviously the offensive line keeping Carr upright. I mean, that's what a lot of people always said, dude. You always get those people that like Carr and hate Carr. And one of the big things is that they always say is, just get them weapons, obviously, and keep them upright. And we can go back to that magical 2016 season.
Yeah.
But yeah, it went good, dude. It was, a little sloppy on the defensive side, obviously,
Yeah, and we're actually going to get to that. It was kind of a offensive game. I mean, there was no defense whatsoever. If you're a fan of just, high scoring, this was it. With the final score being 34-30, there was no defense on any side. I think we had a total of like maybe 5 punts, and that's combining both teams. I think I didn't see that many punts in Sunday's game. I know that much. Oh, we lost.
No, for sure, man. And if you do want to talk about punts, talk about our punter, man. He was letting him go, man. I was really impressed with him.
Oh, well, I mean, he's no Shane Eckler, but I mean, he's a little bit of a step up to Johnny Townsend over there for a couple seasons ago.
Look, here's the deal. We talk about it all the time, right? We always compare every single kicker and every punter we get to Eckler and Janikowski. Those guys are gone. They're not coming back, even though they're our favorite. I mean, God, Janikowski was the best, Shane was the best, but they're never coming back. So we just got to go off with what we got now. And to tell you the truth, the guy we have, Cole, man, busting him, dude.
Yeah,
I saw one that was just like, I was just like starstruck. Good. He was doing his thing, man.
And then his counterpart, Daniel Carlson, he nailed a 54-yarder, and I thought, man, that's exactly what we talked about last Tuesday. Was, hey, we know you can do it. It's just, just go out there and do it. I mean, last year was kind of a shaky year for him, but for him to come out and hit a 54-yarder, that was and nailed it right down the middle. So can't get anything better than that,
Going back to it, man, just like what I was talking about just right now, before you get Janikowski up there in those 50-plus yarders, you'd be excited. You're just like, oh, here's another one. You probably wouldn't even think twice about it, but you put a guy like Carlson up there, and, as shaky as he was last year, you kind of just look at that and just like, and I don't know, you know what I mean? Sometimes he has trouble from the 30,
Yeah.
So,
oh, yeah.
But yeah, he nailed it, and that was awesome, man. As soon as he nailed that, I was just like, oh man, that's that helps. Any points you can get on the board, especially that far out.
Yeah, I know you mentioned a little bit earlier the defensive side, really not the opening or the showing that they kind of wanted to put for week 1. It's very, very disconcerting knowing that we got no pass rush against Teddy Bridgewater. We had no answers for him as far as, rushing him. And then Christian McCaffrey, well, he was going to do what, he always does. We were just kind of hoping to contain him, but he did his thing too. It's just, thankfully our offense stepped up to get the final points, which were the most important points to win us the game.
For sure. I'm wearing actually 24 today, just because like you said right now, John Abram. I want to go into this one a little bit. I saw his press conference after, and I couldn't believe like how he came about there. I mean, just right off the bat, hey, you know what? We were sloppy out there today. That was, not the way we want to be playing. And man, I can't think in the last couple of years a defensive player just going out there, especially as young as he is, Could still considered a rookie because he missed all last year to just go out there and put his defense on blast. Tell you the truth, I think that kid deserves to wear the C on his jersey. Just my opinion.
Yeah, we were all kind of worried, like, hey, how's he gonna react after coming back after a season-ending injury from Game 1 last year, and he had no problem coming right back and just going back and doing his job. He ended up with 13 tackles. One of them was for a loss, and you could tell this dude is just a straight hitter. He's not the flashiest, but he is just a straight hitter, and it's just good to have him back. It's good to have a presence at the safety like that, which we haven't really had in quite a bit, in quite a while. We haven't had that type of enforcer on the safety position in a while.
Well, not only that, man. If I could add to that a little bit, it's obviously what he brings like that as an enforcer, but it's kind of funny when we were talking about it before the game. It's just like, man, watching him last year against Denver, he was just like throwing his body around, man. And I kind of thought about it like, if he got hurt that way, maybe he should try to like calm down a little bit, maybe pick his spots or whatever. But nope, went right back like last year, just throwing his body around and making his presence known, man. That's just his game. I don't know if last year, it was just a freak accident or something like that. I really would hope to have him the rest of the season, but I mean, the way he plays, man, it's reckless. It really is, man. Reckless.
Well, overall, in the end, the Raiders won. And that's the most important. And, we always talked about this. We don't care if they win by 1 or if they win by 100. Just win. That's all we care about is just wins. Because no one's ever going to remember the score. It's either did you win or did you lose? And I'm glad that they got the victory on Sunday.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, think about it. As much as everybody has been waiting, especially us Raider fans, I'm only going to speak for Raider fans right now. We've been waiting for so long with all this COVID stuff going on and everything. I mean, to start off the season losing, and especially against Carolina. I mean, you said last week, dude, they got parts and pieces, but they're in a rebuilding stage right now. Imagine losing to them, and even to tell you the truth, keeping it so close with them is already kind of alarming, don't you think?
Yeah, it is a little alarming, but and that's the next topic we're going to talk about. It's really more about, to wrap it up, at least against the Carolina game, the 3 positives and the 3 negatives. Me personally, I want to start with the 3 negatives because I'm the type of person that just likes to get the bad news out of the way first. So my first negative was no pass rush. There was nothing. That defensive line, it was sort of, in a worry, bulimic. There was no pass rush whatsoever. We did get 1 sack, but it was split by a half because Hurst grabbed Bridgewater and Nassib finished the job. So, I mean, that would be my first negative. I don't know if you would agree or if maybe you want to throw another one out there. Or what do you got?
No, bro. I mean, when we spoke about it last week, I know a lot of people gave me crap about challenging Max Crosby, but like I kind of told you, it's a kind of like what's the word that they use? They almost use like a slogan. It's like a sophomore slump.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And as hot as he was last year, I mean, come on, this is the National Football League. They know what players are the ones that are going to bring the heat, and they're gonna try to stop them. So my thing was to challenge Max Crosby. Yeah, I got a lot of crap about it, but look what happened. He's got to perform. If he's gonna bring the heat, it's going to be on double teams from now on.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is what it is. Farrell, I didn't see anything besides the stop on the 4th down, which was good. It won us the game, but I mean, all game, and as much hype as we had all off season for these 2 guys, not impressed.
Yeah. For me, the second negative, me personally, it is one position. It's the right tackle position. It kind of hurts because as much as I love Trent Brown, it just seems like, oh, here we go again. He went down. We did get the good news that he looks like he's going to be ready to go for Monday night. But my thing is, you really didn't practice training camp. You really didn't put that much pressure on your body during camp, during OTAs or whatever they had, and you went down after 3 plays. Like I understand you're a big guy. You're 6'8", 380, which is probably not the best idea, but I mean that is his body type, and it should be a little concerning that he has to carry all that weight for at least 16 games.
Right. Trent Brown, man. I mean, you pay that guy all that money. I mean, not to say the money's not going to get you hurt or not, but at the end of the day, I just go back to it, man. You're paying that guy so much money. I mean, it's just like, God, dude, just take care of yourself, bro. Like you said, you had all that time on the off season. There was no practice, no nothing. Heal up, get ready to go. I mean, freak accidents happen, dude, but all the time, kind of over it, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's one of the best tackles in the league, but come on, let's get with it, bro. We need him right now.
Yeah, and
especially against the Saints, But then again, just like you said, he's going to be ready for the Saints. We're rushing him back on the field. Going to get hurt even worse.
I mean, we'll see what happens with Trent this upcoming Monday, and then lastly, I have a surprise actually for a negative myself. It's actually the special teams coach, actually, Rich Vishada. Um, nothing was wrong with nothing wrong with returning or kicking, but when we were punting, the very few times we punted and the receiver did, run it out, our gunners, we had no speed at the gunner position. They looked dead, and that was kind of alarming. That whether AJ or DC, they put them, way back. They pushed them back, but they were able to still get to the 20, 25, 30. That's a little bit of alarming. If I'm Rich, I'm kind of looking at it like, hey guys, we need speed at that gunner position because there was nothing there on Sunday.
Yeah, I couldn't even name you one guy on the special teams right now, bro. I mean, anybody that that could be out there that's worth even mentioning right now. I can't even think of one. But to tell you the truth, as far as punt coverages go, it was okay. I mean, they ran a couple back on.
Yep. Did we lose him?
Was
Oh, there he is.
at its peak performance. No, I mean it was okay, I guess.
But that's the negatives. Let's move on to the positives. For me, one of the positives was Tom Cable. For him to have his whole unit ready, even with the question at right tackle, and we said last Tuesday that offensive line has to control the game. They have to keep Carr clean, and they have to open the holes for Josh to have a chance of winning. And they did their job. They did amazing. Everybody from Colton to Incognito to Hudson to Gabe and to everybody that played right tackle, Brown for those three, and then Sam Young and even Denzel Good. Tom Cable deserves a lot of praise, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. You know what, man? Tom Cable he's a good coach, and he's been around the league for a long time, man. This ain't no guy that just popped up out of nowhere, and I mean, this is his second stint with us. He was our head coach before.
Yeah.
So I mean, this guy has a bunch of knowledge, man. He knows what he's doing out there. And as a matter of fact, when you mentioned that earlier, I remember seeing on Sunday while watching the game, John Gruden. They had the camera on John Gruden, and he personally went up there and he shook Tom Cable's hand, like telling him something. And I bet you it was that, like, man, I can't believe you took a third stringer, out of nowhere, plugged him in at right tackle, and it was like A-OK, nothing was wrong. You know what I mean? I don't know if you saw that part, but he like went out of his way to go find Tom Cable. I'm sure it was because of that.
Oh, absolutely. I think so
that
too.
That was awesome. Honestly, dude, to tell you the truth, yeah, man, I had a couple cold ones in me, but I didn't even notice the difference. I didn't even know. You could have told me Trent Brown was still in there. I would have been like, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. The other positive, Jonathan Abram, and I guess the third positive, because we do have to move on to the next topic. I guess it's Josh Jacobs. Those two guys, taken in the first round last year, they are showing their proof that they belong on this team. They are going to be pretty much key pieces moving forward for quite a while. They are going to be Raiders for a long time.
Well, they got tattoos on them with Raiders on them, so they better. You know what I mean? They all got tatted Raiders shields, so I mean, all jokes aside, Josh Jacobs, I know a lot of people give me crap because anybody that personally knows me, and yes, I'll say it. When they drafted him, I wasn't the most happiest person. I thought they should have went defense, but I mean, dude, honestly, Josh Jacobs is a monster. I told you the other day that run that he had last year against Green Bay, where he was like a ping pong ball bouncing off of people, that's probably the best run that I've ever seen. Honestly, I've seen some good ones Raider wise. And Josh Abram, or excuse me, John Abram. Awesome, man. What could you say? 13 tackles, throwing his body at risk everywhere, playing reckless, but in a good way. I mean, dude, that's what the team needs. They feed off of his energy, man. He's a beast.
Oh, man, absolutely. So, I mean, great win, but now we got to look forward to the home opener Monday night against the New Orleans Saints. It's not going to be the same. Here's the thing. We cannot have the same pass rush we did against Carolina. If we give Drew Brees that much time, it's going to be a long Monday night for this team. Very long Monday night.
Yeah, for sure, man. New Orleans is stacked, bro. There's no other way to go around it. And what they have is they have like a team that's been constantly playing with each other. You know what I mean? So they know each other. They've been a battle. You know what I mean? This team, especially our defense, it's fairly new. You know what I mean? To say that, hey guys, go out there, stop Drew Brees. Like, you know what I mean? It's damn near impossible. But from what I heard today, breaking news, Michael Thompson or Thomas.
Yeah, Michael Thomas.
Be out couple weeks.
He is going to be out.
Right?
They before we got on the show, they did announce it that Michael Thomas was gonna miss. But I mean, like you said, the same.
Let me jump in there. I just want to let it be known that I'm not happy about that. Just because I don't want people to be like, oh yeah, now he's out, now we can beat him. No. You always, especially as Raider fans, you want to beat them at full strength. You know what I mean? To really show what you got. Is it going to help that he's out? Of course. I mean that's their number one player on offense. Kamara's good too, but that's their number one guy.
Oh yeah.
Not happy that he's not going to be there, but is it going to help yet?
Yeah. So that was announced before we did get on that Michael Thomas was going to miss at least the Monday nighter, so that's going to be a shame. But overall, I think what it's going to be this week, and I'm just going to go back to it. It's gonna have to come down to the defense. The defense is gonna have to make a few more stops than they did against Carolina, because if not, it's just gonna be a very long day. And we are down Kwiatkowski. We don't know the update on him. It wasn't a pec like people thought, so that could be good. He could miss. We don't know, but now it kind of seems if he does miss, the McMillan trade we did with Miami a couple weeks ago, it's actually going to be a lifesaver now. Again, it's just going to have to come down to that pass rush. That's what it's going to come down to. Yes, you're going to have to stop Kamara. Yes, the corners and the secondary, they're going to have to, try to stop that air raid that New Orleans has had since Drew Brees has been with the Saints. It's going to come down to that defensive line, and the problem is that Saints line is no joke either. They got some very talented men on that offensive line too. So that defense better forget it. They better just burn that tape from last week and be like, you know what? That was sloppy. New week. We better get at it quick, and we better get at them fast. Because if not, the offense is going to have to step up again, and they're going to have to step up even more than what they did against Carolina.
Right. Couple things right there. First one, offense looks awesome this year. Our offense looks like they can handle the little bad hiccups that the defense has. But just talking about defense, man, like I said earlier, I mean, you can't gather up that many guys, rookies, youngsters, and say, hey, you guys get out there and beat Drew Brees. You know what I mean? I wish it was that easy.
Oh yeah.
They better pack their lunch, man. It's go time. Drew Brees is gonna bring it. Kamara's gonna be smashing. They're not the Carolina Panthers, man. You know what I mean?
No, they're not.
So yeah,
No.
so it's gonna be go time. We're gonna see. We're gonna test our skill on Sunday and really see where we are defensively. You know, there's some defenses that sometimes they play up to what that offense brings. You know what I mean? They're bringing the heat. You know, they'll bring the heat also, so we'll see we'll see on Sunday.
Yeah. Monday, yeah, and then the Saints defense, they're a little better than the Panthers, or a lot better. They have some names as well. The offensive line is gonna have to come through again, and we're just gonna have to rely on that heavy running game, and hopefully it's enough to where we can just keep up with the Saints, and hopefully at the end they win this game, and hopefully when the clock hits 0, we come out with the victory. So it's going to be exciting overall. It is going to be the home opener in Las Vegas. No fans, which is unfortunate, but overall it's going to be an exciting time, and let's just go with the show. Let's see what these guys got. This is going to be a true test of what this young team's got.
Yeah, talking about relying on the running game, man. If you remember last Sunday while we were watching the game, I kind of told you it's good that we have Josh Jacobs over there, but you can't overuse him, man. That's how
absolutely.
You get him hurt.
Oh, absolutely.
That's how we know what every single play is going to be. You know what I mean? We have so many weapons on offense right there. I forget who said it. I want to say after the game, I think it was Carr, and you to have so many players that might show up one week, and then next week it's another guy, and it's another guy. I mean, that's really the way we got to present ourselves, because there is a lot of weapons on now.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, so other than that, I mean, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait. Home opener, Las Vegas, and as we did last week, we're gonna pick. Me and my brother, we're gonna pick 3 guys: one on offense, one on defense, and one on special teams, or just as a unit, as a whole, to kind of see, to kind of maybe if they do see this, give them a little bit extra motivation. It worked last week. Hopefully, it works this week. So, bro, I'm gonna give you the first shot at it. What do we got? Who are we looking at offense this week?
At offense, let's see here. Offensively, I'll go ahead and go with the wide receiver corps. I won't take one player because we just got so many. The wide receiver corps, dude, it's like all of them. They're just going to have to come together and say, well, Josh Jacobs can't do it all. I mean, last week it was Nelson Aguilar with 1 touchdown. It was cool, you know what I mean? That was good. It brought some heat, but after Ruggs got hurt, he didn't really do anything after that. I think Brian Edwards was one catch the whole game.
Yeah.
Let me see. Who else? Witten had 1 catch for 2 yards. Darren Waller being a beast like he always does, but just going back to it, it's the wide receiver course. I'm going to give it as a whole. I want to see them show up, man, for sure.
Yeah, if I'm going to call anybody out offensively, I'm actually going to call out John Gruden on this one. Heading into it, it felt good, and then coming out in the second half, it looked very stale. He made his adjustments, but the thing is, we can't wait that long this week. It's halftime, make your adjustments, and then we got to go. We got to go, Chucky. We cannot wait halfway into the third quarter for you to finally make your final adjustments. You got to make them the second you put your foot in that locker. So for me this week, it's John Gruden offensively. All right, moving on with the defense. What do you got on defense this week, man?
Defensively, I'm gonna have to go with Johnny Abram again, man. Like I said, I specifically wore the 24 today. This is a Woodson jersey, and to tell you the truth, man, you know me, I don't buy rookie jerseys anymore just because of all the years and all the bad luck we've had with picks,
Oh yeah.
I am impressed, bro. I am impressed with that kid, and gosh, man, as far as enough to say, I would even. that they got somebody on defense that can go out there and start, you know what I mean, really pump these guys up. And when they score possessions, people faces like screaming, like, man, dude, we need that. You know, we need somebody to be like, this is not acceptable. This is not good enough. This is sloppy, and we need to get better. So again, Johnny Abram, man, hats off, dude. Beast. I'm waiting to see him on Sunday again.
Yeah, for me defensively, I'm actually going to go to another safety. It's Eric Harris, actually. Look, man, I get it. You're a great story. You're a great story. You know, probably 1 in a million shot to make it in the NFL. Okay, great. You beat out Randall at camp. You've proven time and time again that you can be a starter in this league. I didn't see that Sunday. I saw a safety who was out of place, out of his angles, just slow to the punch. He needs to be alert. He is going to be the last line of defense coming in against the New Orleans Saints. So I hope he's a lot more alert and ready to go this Sunday. That's my guy I'm looking at defensively for this week. And then finally, to wrap it up, special teams. What do we got, bro? Who are you looking at?
Carlson, bro. Carlson. The same thing. I mean, he knocked a 54-yarder. I mean, dude, we need to be automatic. We're gonna need everybody, all hands on deck against the Saints, man. If these Raiders want to make a splash and they really want to do good this season, it starts on Monday night, man. Because if they can beat the Saints, we're gonna get a lot of publicity, man. But again, it's gonna take everybody. Carlson's got to get out there and he's got to knock the field goals wherever it's at. 50, 60 yarders, we need them all.
Oh man, I believe that. And for me, special teams, it's actually going to be another coach, Rich Bashada. I mentioned it earlier. He's got to get his unit ready to go. Look, you're right. The Saints are stacked from everywhere, from offense, defense, special teams. He's got to get his guys ready to go. There cannot be one return. I don't know if you ever seen the movie Remember the Titans. That's going to be my message to the whole special teams unit. Not another yard. If we're going to play against Drew Brees, we are going to need him. We're going to have to force him to get every freaking yard, but I am not going to allow this special teams unit to allow another freaking yard for them to beat us. No way. They start either at the 1 or at the 15, but not at the 20. Not another yard. So the whole special teams unit, kickoff team, punt return team, do your job. Not another yard.
For sure, man. For sure. I mean, it's all hands on deck, bro. You don't have to say more than that. Us against them, they're coming to our house. It's the first game in Vegas. Protect your house, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is probably going to wrap it up today. I want to thank everybody that did join. You can leave your questions either as we're wrapping up here. I will get back to them, or after the show, I will get back to them. Any final words, bro, before we clock out of here?
I don't know. Well, give me a prediction. What you got?
I can't.
Fans don't want to hear it.
I can't do that. They have to tune in tomorrow, because then what am I going to talk about when I make my NFL picks tomorrow, which is also on at 7, the same channel.
Can I give a prediction?
You can give your prediction, but I have to hold mine until tomorrow.
All right.
What do you got?
As much crap as I talk, and I'm a Raider. I want to see them win, man. I want to see them take them down. It's the first game in Vegas. It's a Monday night. Nothing like seeing the silver and black under those lights on a Monday, man. I'm gonna have to go with Raiders 27-24. I think we get it done, man, and we're gonna be going 8 shit.
Well, I think you made a couple new friends today. I'm pretty sure you made a couple new friends with that prediction. But as far as for me, I will be on tomorrow to make my NFL pick'em, where I'm gonna predict weeks 2 matchup, and then you can catch us again next Tuesday, 7 p.m. for episode 3 as we recap the Saints game on Monday night, and as we prepare for the New England Patriots. Good friend of ours. Very good friend of ours. So tune in next week. I want to thank my brother for tuning in or joining us today. I want to thank everybody that did tune in wherever you can. And we will see you next Tuesday for the third episode of the Silver and Bro Show. Have a good night, everybody. Take care, bro.
Later, brother. You guys have a good night.
You too, my man.